Hello boys and girls, welcome to Writing Week 2, Day 4. In this video, we will review the sloppy copy that was written Day 3 and use it to write our final copy. We'll review our writing looking for this week's grammar skill suffixes so that you can complete the suffix activity in the template below. We'll talk about adjectives and look for them throughout our writing. Let's take a look at yesterday's sloppy copy. Here's yesterday's sloppy copy that was modeled for you. Our piece was an informational writing piece all about sloths. You'll notice the changes that were made. The edits that we did on the sloppy copy are in red. It's always a good idea to reread what you wrote before beginning your final copy. Let's reread about sloths. Sloths are amazing animals that live in kapok trees in Central and South America. Kapok trees are being cut down and sloths are in danger of losing their homes. Sloths look like monkeys. All sloths have 3 toes. The two-toed sloth has a confusing name. They have 2 fingers, not 3. Two-toed sloths still have 3 toes. Sloths weigh 8 to 17 pounds and can grow to about 2 feet long. They have round eyes. They have round heads, sad eyes, tiny ears, and a stubby tail. Sloths eat tree buds, fruits, and leaves. They are plant eaters or herbivores. Interesting facts about sloths are: they sleep for 20 hours a day. They climb down from the tree 1 time a week to go to the bathroom. They are great swimmers. And algae, which is green plants, grows on their fur, making it look green. Moths, beetles, cockroaches, and worms can be found living on sloths. We want sloths to be around for a long time, so we need to stop cutting down trees in the rainforest. Do your part to save the rainforest animals. I'm now ready to complete my final copy. On my final copy, I will rewrite, including all the edits and corrections that I made to my sloppy copy. If you did this on paper and pencil, keep your sloppy copy next to you while you write your final copy. You want your story to sound exactly the same, but be in your neatest handwriting and include all your changes. I'm going to use the note feature on Seesaw. I'm going to pretend that my sloppy copy is on a piece of paper that I'll be copying from. I've given my piece a title called All About Sloths, and I'm ready to begin typing my final copy. Sloths are amazing animals that live in kapok trees in Central and South America. Kapok trees are being cut down and sloths are in danger of losing their homes. I'll continue to look at my edited copy and type my final copy. Let's take a look at my copy once it's complete. Here you'll see my final copy after I've typed the rest of my story, making all of my necessary changes that were on my sloppy copy. When I'm ready to submit my story, I'll come over to the green arrow. If I click that once, I have a couple different options that you might be interested in. If you'd like to record your story, you can click this button down here where you can record yourself reading the story that you've written. If you do not want to do that, all you need to do is click that green check mark again and your story will post to your journal for your teacher to review. Remember, if your teacher is using the blog function of Seesaw, you'll want to look for the world icon in the bottom buttons and click that to post it to your blog. We're going to now go back and look at our sloth story, and we're going to review suffixes and look for suffixes within our writing. We're also going to talk about adjectives. Here we see our final copy again. Let's review our final copy to look for suffixes that we used while writing our story. Remember, a suffix is a letter or group of letters that are added to the end of a root word. A suffix can change the meaning of a root word. In our story, we can see that the suffix ing is used throughout our paragraphs. Ing tells us that this story is taking place now. Let's take a look for the suffix ing on the end of many root words. Amazing. We see the suffix ing. Ing has been added to the word amaze. Losing. Ing has been added to the root word lose. Interesting. Ing has been added to the root word interest. Living. Ing has been added to the root word live. Cutting. Ing has been added to the root word cut. There you see many examples of where ing has been added to root words throughout our story. A few other examples is ERS. That was added to the word swim to talk about how sloths are great swimmers. S and ES can also be an inflected ending. And we see this when we have words that are plurals throughout our story. Sloths is used many times, as well as plants. Down here where we're talking about moths, beetles, cockroaches, and worms. Don't forget about how suffixes, when added to the ends of root words, can change their meanings. You will be reviewing suffixes and practicing on a page in the template section of this video of the Seesaw. One other thing I want to talk to you about using the writing as an example is the use of adjectives. Let's review what an adjective is. An adjective is a word that describes an animal, person, thing, or thought. Adjectives include words that describe what something looks like, feels like, how it tastes, or what it smells like. Adjectives are great ways to add detail to your writing. Let's take a look at some of the adjectives used when we were talking about sloths. In the very first line of our story, we use the adjective amazing to describe what type of animals sloths are. Sloths are animals that do amazing things. Down here in the sentence that talks about what sloths look like, we have great details that use adjectives to describe their features. Round heads, sad eyes, tiny ears, stubby tail. Those are great adjectives that help your reader figure out what these animals might look like. Jumping down to the next paragraph, we see that sloths are described as great swimmers. This also is an adjective that tells us sloths are amazing creatures and they are great swimmers. In the same sentence, we see we're describing that algae can grow on the backs of sloths. The algae is described as green. Again, color is a great adjective that helps your readers picture the animal you're talking about. Those are some great uses of adjectives. Check your writing. Did you include? Great job this week as you've written about rainforest animals. I hope you learned a lot of information about the animal that you chose to write about. I love that you've written with topic sentences and given great details. I hope you've used adjectives and are also thinking about when you use suffixes on the ends of words. Keep up the great work. I can't wait to see the writing you submit.